What's going on, guys? We're back here with episode 16 of the MLB Hotshot Takes. We are here for the LCS Predictions, and you know what it do. Hit my fucking theme.
Welcome to MLB Hot Shot where we have two idiots who think their opinions are the fucking bomb. We are here to make your day. Fuck these guys. Hot shot, take it
What is going on, guys? We are back here for episode 16 of the MLB Hotshot Takes Season 1. We are one step closer to the World Series and crowning a 2025 World Champion in baseball. It is it is Sunday, October 12th, 2025. I am currently in Atlanta, Georgia, getting ready for the Atlanta Falcons game tomorrow night against the Buffalo Bills. We are recording in the hotel. Skeet skeet. Let's get into the previous games. So let's go ahead and talk about those games. No, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want either. Hold on. There we go. All right, so let's get into it. Let's look at the previous games. Doesn't want to let me go into MLB, so we'll go on ESPN. You can kiss my ass. All right, so let's go back last week. Let's go back into last week and look into the games. Starting with went 2 for 2. I said the Mariners and the Brewers would win in 5. I also said the Yankees and Phillies would win in 5, but they both lost in 4. So yes, Brewers took game 1 9-3. Blue Jays took game 1 10-1. Dodgers took game 1 5-3, and the Tigers took game 1 3-2. On Sunday, the Blue Jays took game 2 13-7 against the Yankees, and the Yankees just looked lifeless in this series. The Mariners, there needs to be change. When we do our recap next week of the Yankee season, I am gonna be very pissed. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm gonna be very, very fucking pissed. So yes, and Mariners would win 3-2, tie the series up. Then we had the Dodgers taking game 2 4-3, and then the Brewers taking game 2 7-3. So the Mariners would turn around and win 8-4 in game 3, and the Yankees would win 9-6 after a 3-run shot by Judge tying the game up. It changed the game, and the Yankees felt like the Yankees were going to come back and win their series, but no, they didn't. Wednesday night happened. The Mariners lost 9-3 early in the game, so that forced a game. Tigers forced a game 5, and they would play one of the most boringest games and the most dreadful games in my entire history of watching baseball. We'll get into that in a minute. And the Cubs won 4-3 against the Brewers to force game 4. Then the Blue Jays beat the Yankees 5-2. Cam Schlittler did his best job. Cam Schlittler was amazing, and we'll get into that when we do the Yankees overall season recap. And then finally, the Phillies and Dodgers. Phillies forced game 4 8-2. So on Thursday, then we got the Dodgers defeating the Phillies 2-1. And this was probably a tear. Like, I feel bad for. I feel bad for the pitcher that came in, Kirkering. Baseball knowledge tells you to throw to first, but he was just in the moment and he threw it away at home, thinking he can get the runner out, even though the runner didn't tag home plate until after. But he was smart enough to tag home plate. Kim was. And then obviously Cubs forced Game 5, winning 6-0. So the Dodgers and the Blue Jays moved on. And then Friday was arguably the most fucking terrible games. This game went on for so long. It kept going on and on and on. And finally, the Mariners won it in the 15th on a walk-off single after the bases were loaded with no outs. So, or one out. So, yes, that would set up the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays for the 2025 ALCS. Yeah, back in spring training, everyone predicted that. And then finally, last night, on our way to Atlanta, the Milwaukee Brewers officially beat the Chicago Cubs 3-1. Choke. Cubs choke. What a joke. The Milwaukee Brewers and the LA Dodgers will be running it back the first time since 2018 in the NLCS. 2025 NLCS, it will be between the Brewers and Dodgers, arguably the two best teams in baseball right now. So yes, game one is today between the Mariners and Blue Jays at 8:30, and then or 8 o'clock. Tomorrow there is game two at 5, and then game one between the Dodgers and Brewers will be at 8 o'clock. Pitchers, it looks like the pitchers that are going will be it'll be Miller versus Gosman. That's going to be a good matchup tonight. Tomorrow, none of the pitchers have been announced. None of the pitchers have been announced for the Brewers Dodgers, but I'm assuming if Woodruff is back, Woodruff will be good to go for the Brewers. But I don't know. So let's look at the history between these two teams. Let's see the Blue Jays versus Mariners record history. So let's look at the history head-to-head season, not this season. The Blue Jays I think won 6 out of 3 against them, or looks like yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 3. So they won the season series 4 out of 3. Uh, but I want to see the overall head-to-head. Overall, okay. So total matchups. Hold on. Total matches, they had 180. The Blue Jays have won 93. The Mariners have won 87. They've not played each other in the playoffs, I think. Although they have. The last time they played each other in the playoffs, the Mariners swept the Blue Jays. Uh, and that's just the game that they came back down, I think 9 runs, and they won it 10-9. Yeah, they were down like 9-1, and they came back and won the game. Uh, I'm trying to see. They played each other twice that year too. So let's look back at that wild card. I think that was the 2021 wild card or the 2022 wild card. I think it was the 2021 wild card because then the Houston Astros lost to the Texas Rangers. So yes, the wild card, not football, MLB. The American wild card game. The 2021 that was Yankee. No, it was 2022. So 2022 wild card game. That was the year the Astros won the World Series. So let's look into it. Doesn't want to let me show me because MLB doesn't want to. Okay. So yeah, that was. So that's this year. I want to see 2022. It was 2022. So yes. So it was the Houston. No. Yeah, Blue Jays. Blue Jays wild card. No, Blue Jays won the division. That's right. They lost. That's right. They won the division and they lost. They lost to Seattle in the divisional game. Oh, these are wild cards. Yeah, so see, yeah, so Toronto, yes, Toronto won the wild card. Seattle played them, and then it was Tampa Bay. I think it was Tampa Bay versus Cleveland. Yeah, Tampa versus Cleveland because Houston. No, Houston. No, Yankees. No, Yankees played. Who the hell did they play? Oh, I think Yankees got a bye, so I think it was Cleveland. It was Cleveland and Tampa Bay. Yeah, Cleveland and Tampa Bay. Then the Yankees played. Like Cleveland in the divisional. So yeah, this is also the year that I believe the Phillies would go on to beat. Yep. Phillies would go on to beat the Braves, and the Mets would lose to the San Diego Padres. So yeah. So I want to see the games though. Let me go to the games. Let me go to the games. I want to see the games. There we go. Wikipedia. No, don't trust Wikipedia, but I'm gonna trust it. So yeah, the Mariners won the first game 4-0, and then they came back down 10-9. That was the impressive thing. That Seattle came back, that they were down. So yeah, it was hold on, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. So yeah, they were down 9-1 in the fifth inning. Um, yeah, so I don't think this will be the same. This will be a different outcome. I'm gonna go. I know I picked at the beginning of the year. Ultimately, my picks were Seattle. I did well at the beginning of the playoffs. I think I felt like a Seattle Milwaukee World Series was possible. It's still there, but I'm ultimately gonna go with my gut here. I think Toronto's gonna win in six. Let's pull up JJ's predictions. JJ predicted it on the way there today. Hold on, let me pull him up. JJ said, okay, so JJ is going Seattle in seven. He has the Mariners kicking out the Blue Jays in seven. Okay, so yes, now let's look into the Dodgers and Brewers who are played, I can repeat, they faced off in the 2018 NLCS, and that went all 7 games. And that was a great series. The Brewers had them on the ropes as well. They had them on the ropes. So here in the playoffs, the Dodgers are 6-3 against the Milwaukee Brewers. 4 of those wins came against them in 2018. Um, Overall, the Dodgers have a 177 record against the Milwaukee Brewers. I do think the Dodgers are the best team to beat right now. The Dodgers are just so deep. But Milwaukee has a shot. If any team can knock out LA, it's going to be Milwaukee. So I'm good, but I'm going to stick with my guns as well. And this is going to be a terrible World Series because I don't think anyone wants to see the Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays, except for maybe people in Toronto. It's going to be the Dodgers and the Blue Jays in the World Series. The Dodgers are going to win this in seven. They're going to win this series in seven. It's going to go all 7 games. This is going to be a battle between 2 very good teams. So there are my picks there. JJ is picking the Milwaukee Brewers in six. So JJ has the Brewers and Mariners in the World Series. I have the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. That will be it for this week's episode. Next week we'll be recording 2 more episodes. We're doing the Yankees recap sometime next week. That'll be episode 17. And episode 18 will be the World Series predictions. And then episode 19 will be the season finale to recap the entire season of baseball. If not, if the World Series goes all 7 games, then episode 20 will be the recap. I do love ending on an even number more than an odd, but we will see. That is all the time we have to go. You know what it's about. 2 guys thinking their shit's the bomb. We're here to have fun. We're here to entertain you guys. Hotshot, take it away. Peace.